here, creator of DeckChair Millionaire. Today I want to talk to you about overcoming your fears, about being courageous, about what it takes in order to be successful. There's a lot of things that hold people back and makes a difference between you becoming successful and you ultimately not becoming successful. And one of the biggest things is being courageous. So maybe you're scared to pick up the phone to build your business. You get the butterflies, you get the fear factor, you procrastinate about making those cold calls, about calling up the entrepreneurs, about building your network marketing business on the phone. Maybe you're scared to get up on stage and do public speaking. Maybe you're scared to fall in love, build a relationship, have a family. Maybe you're scared to move to a new city to further your career, about your promotion. Maybe you're scared in order to, the sacrifices you have to make in order to become a successful athlete or singer or actor. Whatever that fear is that's holding you back, you need to be courageous. We'll talk a little bit more about that in a second, but you need to firstly make sure that you have the burning desire for whatever that vision or that dream or that goal that you have, to make sure you're willing to do whatever it takes in order to do that. Now, in terms of being fearful, I don't have the answers to that. Maybe it's hypnotism, or maybe there's a special technique that you can do to overcome your fear in a second. I don't know. I don't have the answers to that. The one thing that I do know is that if you do something enough times, you get better at it and less fearful of it. It actually becomes a non-issue anymore. But you have to be courageous in the first place. See, the reality is that we're all scared. You've only got around about 3% of the population that's got that gung-ho mentality, that loves picking up the phone, that loves public speaking, that loves selling, that just goes and does everything on a whim, no fear. They don't even give it a second thought. But for 97% of the population, myself included, you've got those fears and those doubts that may be holding you back from success. So firstly, you need to make sure that you have the burning desire, because desire is not going to be enough. You're not going to do what you need to do if you just got the desire. If you walk down the street today and ask someone if they want to win the lottery tonight, they're going to tell you, yes, I want to win the $18 million lottery. They've got the desire to be rich. But very few people are willing to do what it takes in order to be rich or to be successful. The definition of success is different for everybody. But if your why is big enough, if you take desire to burning desire, then you're going to do whatever it takes in order to be successful. You need to have courage, because the definition of courage is to feel the fear and do it anyway. So you feel the fear of picking up the phone, but you do it anyway. You feel scared about getting up on stage and public speaking, but you do it anyway. You feel scared about moving to a new town or a new city to further your career away from friends and family, but your dream is so big, your why is so big, you have the burning desire that you do it anyway. Maybe you have the fear of jumping into a new relationship, starting a family, being a professional athlete, singer, dancer. You've got to go through those rehearsals, you've got to go through those interviews, you've got to go through the trial and error, you've got to go through those failures. It's scary, but do it anyway. Be courageous, feel the fear, and do it anyway. And that's what's going to make you stand out and be successful against not being successful. So firstly, make sure that whatever you're striving for, whatever that means to you, make sure it's a big enough why, make sure it's a burning desire. Otherwise, you're never going to reach out and find out what you need to do in order to be successful. And then have the courage to feel the fear and do it anyway. If you're scared to pick up the phone and make those calls, but you've got courage and you do it anyway, you do that enough times, you'll be amazed at how that fear starts to vanish and disappear, and you become good at it. No longer is that a fear factor, and maybe that's a thing that's going to make you successful in your business. Maybe public speaking, you get absolutely petrified by the thought of it. Do you know what? Be courageous and do it anyway. That's what I have to do to overcome my fear of public speaking. I used to even get scared just to make videos like this one with not one single person in the room. But you know what? I did it anyway. Now I don't even give it a second thought. So whatever is holding you back, whatever that fear factor is, be courageous. Find the number one thing that scares the hell out of you and go and do it anyway. Do it again, and do it again, and do it again. Do it enough times, you get good at it. The fear starts to diminish and you're doing the one thing that you need to do to further your career, further your job, further your relationships, further your athletic career, whatever it may be that you're striving for your ultimate success, your dream, your goal and your vision, you're going to need to have courage to make it there. You're going to need to have courage to be successful, because every single person that is successful today felt scared to do whatever it took that they needed to do to get where they are today, because they did it anyway. So my message for you today is that be fearful, that's okay. It's not your fault. So don't beat yourself up for the fact that, I'm not making the phone calls, or I'm not doing this, or I'm not doing that, because you're in the same boat as 97% of the population. It's okay, it's not your fault. But what you need to now do is have the courage, do it anyway, and watch what happens. So be courageous, have that burning desire, and I'll see you at the top. This has been Aaron Biley. I'll talk to you soon.